case, 1688. Good luck. We get white, so knight f3 as per usual. Our opponent, only 200 games, so more a blitz player. Yeah, more a blitz player. Shall we mix it up? Let's do e3 for this one, the more modern way of playing it. Okay. d4 and c4 both fine. b3, g3, it's all fine. What do I want to do? Let's go c4. Quite a flexible opening. You can go for lots of different structures, just depending on how you feel playing at the time that you get the game. Same for black here. You can guard the pawn, which he's done. So we'll just take and we'll play d4. Just to stop our opponent trying to get too much center control. Again, it takes. We can go either way here. We can get the other knight up. We can take. He can just do development moves. So lots of flexibility for both sides. Okay, so he's played knight up. So I think we will do exactly the same thing here. If he takes, obviously this time we'll have to go with the knight. So he's played his other knight up. I'm going to develop my bishop and pin his knight there. Just preparing castling. Now he can block, he can play bishop up to pin our knight. Then we got to figure out if there's a nice sacrifice on. So that's what he's gone for. So is there a spectacular sacrifice here? I doubt it. If he takes, we takes here. The bishop's not getting in. So I don't think there is. But there might be a trick getting the queen out of the way and then coming here. So what I might be better doing is doing this, but he could just trade. If he drops back though, queen across is then more effective. Then if he takes, we take here first. So that against a stronger player, I'd just be going here immediately. Then he'll probably just drop back. It's whether I do this. But if he takes, queen takes here. Take here. It's probably fine, but it's a little bit more risky. I'll do it. I'm not really a risk taker. I'll do it. I think he'll take and I'll have to take back. Oh, he has dropped back. Okay, in that case I can break the pin by coming here. And we're threatening to bring the knight in as well. He can still play a move like queen up and rook across, so he's fundamentally fine. It's just a slightly riskier way of playing the same sort of concept. Like I say, he's still got queen up and rook across, so he's basically okay. It just means I can get the knight over and trade the knight off. Yeah, so he's found the right move, so we'll play knight in. He'll play a move like this. I don't think we're going to win any material here. It's just a case of do we want to trade either of these pieces. But I could just castle as well. I think he should play rook across. If he does that though, can we actually grab the pawn? Because he doesn't have rook back. So if he plays rook across, we might be able to grab a pawn here. If he takes here, we can take back and protect our knight. Yeah, we're going to sit and think about this one. Look at this opening again when we do the post-game review. Because I get this structure quite a bit, but I don't go for this e3 early variant too often. It's more like again now and again rather than regular for me. There could be something good to learn in this one, so see what he does. But that was why I took the risk of attacking the bishop to drop back. I thought he would more likely take queen takes, and I wouldn't have this option. So he has launched a pawn. So that might be just a clean blunder that loses the game. If we take and he takes, we check and we win the rook. And if he doesn't take, well, what does he do? The king can't even actually escape. He might have just lost it with that. I think that just settles the game on the spot, doesn't it? I mean, amateur games are never over till they're over, but it's in an arena this, so he could just resign and get on with the next game. That's what I would do. Now, if I'm playing somebody and I make a mistake in an opening, I lose a lot of material, I just get on with the next game. I don't sit and play them out usually, but there's nothing wrong with doing that if you want to, especially if you've got nothing else to do with your time. Now, he's found a move there, actually, but I can just play it back and again and win another piece. It's just a case of what piece we're winning. So knight comes back and he can play rook over and trade everything. So we've won a knight. He'll have to play rook across now. We can just trade everything off. And then we should get a pawn at the end as well. It's basically as good as over. Barring mishaps, but mishaps do happen. They happen to all of us. That's how you learn in chess. Now, do I actually get greedy and take here? Again, it's not my style of play to try and be greedy. You miscalculate one move and the whole thing collapses, but it looks like a pawn with tempo. Now what do? You've got two moves with a queen that I can see to protect your knight still. So say you come here, we can still take with check, he takes, take with check, queen takes. So say your queen's here, we take here, queen takes, knight takes, knight takes. My knight's here, but it's not really gaining anything extra. So I think I'll just delay the move and take the risk out and just take afterwards. And now, so I could have been there a move earlier, but I didn't see the benefit. I've got no other threat there really, so just take that little bit of risk out if you're not quite sure when you're trying to calculate the lines. But we've got an extra spare rook if we can use it, but we could easily just do a mouse slip somewhere in the game. You never know, they do happen. And I say if you're young, especially and you're improving, you're trying to learn, this is how you actually learn. You just make mistakes and play back through your games and try and learn from them as you go. So knight back, it does cover this, but the principal move here would just be the castle. Knight back hits the bishop. He can't then go here, but he's got other moves, and it doesn't gain a lot. So I'm just going to castle and get the king safe. Try and get the bishop up. The bishop here right now, and he doesn't have pawn up, so it gives him a slight issue. Then we just get our rooks connected, and b3 looks like a good move as well. If he takes, we can still take back. It'd probably be good for us to take here as well, though, to keep our pawn structure. That's all you're trying to do with these games, is just learn basic concepts. So he's played king forward to attack us, so now we can just check and get rid of the bishop, and then we'll maybe take the pawn. See, we're up a lot of material, so it makes sense to simplify as much as we can. So get the bishop onto a nice square, get the rooks more centralized. So let's develop the bishop here. I can play it relatively quickly now, but like I say, you just need that one silly mouse slip, and it can really turn a game. Now I think I should play a rook here to attack the bishop, and I could potentially trade the rook for the bishop, but otherwise I'll just double up. So what's he done? He's pushed a pawn forward, so I will now double up. But yeah, it's fine to take here. I can take here as well. So take here, and he can't take back. So here he could maybe counter sack, but that works out as well for us actually. So bishop takes pawn is a move. Okay, so he's played king forward. So now if I take, he protects the bishop, so it's not quite the same effect. I'm going to play pawn up here and threaten to go here and attack the pawn and the bishop. Good move, king up there. Okay, so he's played rook across again. One potential risk you can see here, if the rook comes in and the bishop's here, the king can't escape, so it's probably sensible to push a pawn up here. I don't have to do this in a hurry, and it doesn't gain anything immediate, so I'm going to push a pawn and give my king a light square, just so I definitely don't blunder that back rank checkmate. Okay, so again, do we want to sack here? I don't think we do. So I do like the idea of playing pawn up now. So here, what if he takes, we take, he takes, we take. He's still got a pawn, hasn't he? But I think it's a good move. I think it's a good plan. So let's just push on. We could take with the pawn. We don't have to go with the bishop. But it looks solid. I can always bring the other rook up and protect my pawn. Because he's down material, he should try and keep his bishop on the board if he can, but he might not see a good way to. But we've always got rook up here to protect if we need to. I can check and kick his king back as well. I think I'm just going to go really steady does it now and protect my pawn. He could actually take and take here, but we get his pawn as well, so that would be okay for us. It would get all the material off. If he takes and we take back, this other rook is not protected, but we take and we then just a clean rook up. So it's a nice tactic, but it's something he shouldn't really play because he loses his material. Then now I can just check here and kick his king somewhere. Or I can go here and go after the pawn. I guess actually that looks clean, doesn't it? Let's go here. It's the same thing now. He can do the same thing. Take, 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 but we get his valuable pawn. We're just a clean rook up. So we're just going to go after these three. He's thrown a check in and then, yeah, he's just had enough of that one. Nothing wrong with that. It's in the arena. We'll just get on with another game. Fair enough. So we'll just see what it was in engine speak. So pause so we don't accidentally start another game. There are the move times for both players. So let's request an analysis. And we'll see if we played the opening okay or not, because this is a line that I play more occasionally, not routinely. So it'll be useful to see if there's anything to learn. Oh, we played it very well. 99 against 85 on the accuracy. And there's not really many mistakes even from either of us, is there? Not a lot at all. So A5 is showing up as a blunder there, but I'll have to play this line a little bit more often then. This is something I do just for that little bit more variety. I normally just do the C4 rather than doing the E3. I just do the traditional reti. But these were all good moves. Yeah, so you should have taken here. I was aware of that. So shouldn't have taken back. So bishop takes, queen takes. Then he can kick the bishop. We do still trade. We castle. Then there isn't this issue where he's getting the piece in trouble. So he takes, we take back. He's got a backward pawn, but it's not a big issue at amateur level, really. Not as critical as what it might be with the elite players. And it's just marginally better for white at our level. That's basically level. So that was the actual line. But with the bishop dropping back, it gave me the chance to pile in on the piece. Yeah, rook across here. So that's what he should have done. And our correct move would have been f4. So not going greedy after this pawn. Maybe he's then got that knight back. Maybe, yeah. And then obviously we'd have to take this one to keep our queen. So maybe he's got a move like that. So f4 is a right move here. Let's just briefly turn the engine on. Yeah, queen takes pawn actually was being flagged as a move on it. Actually, it is being flagged as a move. Let the engine think it is the best move. So if I let the engine just think there, taking the pawn actually is the best move. And he plays bishop to d6. Just calmly develop. So we can grab a pawn in that position. Okay, well that's good to know. But with this move, we've managed to win the piece. He's found some good moves. Like, see, he's found all really good moves right the way to the end of the game. It's just it's in a now effectively a losing position. And thankfully for us, we've just managed to find lots of good common sense moves and play the game out without blundering it away. And then in the end there, he just thinks, yeah, I've had enough of this one. It's in an arena. Get on with another game. That's fair enough. Very good.